Hey, everybody, it's Dr. Lisa, and it's Friday, and I want to tell a crazy story about how I broke my pinky practicing my baton. So, 2 weekends ago over Labor Day, the 50th reunion for the University of Pittsburgh Golden Girls was in Pittsburgh at the stadium. Many of you remember it as Heinz Field. I actually marched only in Pitt Stadium, but it was torn down and combined, and Heinz Field, rather, Acrisure Stadium and Pitt alternate when they play. So we practiced on turf on Friday, but here's the lead up. Okay. So that whole week before, I'm searching high and low in this house looking for a baton. I had a new one that I bought maybe 5-ish years ago. And right around the time that I had a granddaughter, because, well, legacy. So I finally found it in a place that I did not leave it because my things keep moving around in this house. I have a former military husband, and things must be precisely put away. So I'm practicing. I find this thing in the back closet, not where it should have been. But anyway, meanwhile, I had ordered one from Amazon because I didn't think I could find mine. So I start to practice really hard on Wednesday before the actual event I was actually flying out on Thursday. So I'm out in the front yard here, and our driveway slopes down. So this was Wednesday, August 27th, I think, if I'm reading the calendar right. So the driveway slopes down a little bit, and we have pavers. So my husband has a huge, like one of those, I am a big guy, pickup trucks in the driveway. So I didn't want him to see me. So there's maybe, 10-foot square behind the truck that I'm standing and practicing. So I have my Hoka shoes on, and I'm practicing tossing the baton, spinning, and trying to catch it. I did a few times, but the last time that I did it, I ripped something inside of the Hoka. They in the bottom, actually, on the sole, it has a little thing that comes down that shouldn't have come down. I apparently twisted enough to make the sole a piece right as I was spinning on the left foot spin and cause me to, here's how it went. I tossed. My left foot was behind, as it should be, so that I can begin to turn to the left. And I had enough momentum in my crazy shoe that I started to backpedal. I lost my balance. Backpedal, backpedal, backpedal. I landed on my left gluteus maximus. Boom. I bounced. I seriously bounced to my right gluteus maximus and landed on this side of my hand, and I skid for probably 30 feet. So talk about the momentum I had going into this. But I'm like, oh, shoot, that can't be good. So, I'm thinking about, in Pittsburgh, a lot of times women my age, they fall in the winter on ice. They have these wrist fractures. So I'm like, I'm not telling him. I'm not telling my husband. I'm going to go. I'm not going to tell him that this hurts. I'm just going to power through it. So fly up to Pittsburgh the next day. I kind of spent some time walking around the campus, which is grossly different than what it was when I was there 49 years ago. And I, bought some things in the bookstore, which is called something else now, like University Store. You can't even get to the stacks of books because of COVID. So you actually place your order and they pick it and you come and pick it up. So I used to love to walk through the bookstore in the philosophy department and just, get caught up on certain things. But anyway, I had a wonderful afternoon on Thursday. I was practicing in the room. I was really trying hard to get Hail to Pitt. I couldn't remember it from back in the old days. And so I get to the point where the gold and blue shall wave forever and high through fair and stormy weather. and the wrist starts to hurt a little bit. I'm like, yeah, okay, well, let's see how it does tomorrow at practice. So I was so bound and determined that I was going to march in this because, at 66, who knows how much longer I have and how much longer I'll be able to actually march with a band. So it was fun. Practice was hysterical. And people kept coming over to me and from my era and saying, Lisa, I remember you as being really focused and really intense. And so I'm thinking to myself, yeah, if you only knew how intense I was practicing. So I get home. Oh my gosh, the weekend was wonderful. Before I get home, I want to tell you this. We had three of the original Golden Girls, Carla, Jackie, and Donna. And I was the only one from 1976, 49 years ago. And then we had a bunch from the next, handful from the next couple of years. So we were all doing different things because there was, from my era all the way till someone who had just graduated in May. So some of these girls are so talented. And what I found out is that they took the requirements for a Golden Girl to contest majorettes. So if you were a competitive twirler, then you have a better chance of getting in to be a Golden Girl, which, you know what? I was a competitive twirler. So I'm really glad that they did that. So, we had featured twirlers. We had gals that were doing 2 and 3 batons. We had different stages. There were so many of us that different people chose the routine that fit their abilities. They weren't going to make anybody do a toss turn that I was practicing for. But, of course, I didn't find that out till I got there. So anyway, long story short, I made it through. As we were marching to the stadium, I tripped over a traffic cone right outside the stadium. And we had a wonderful pregame and a fantastic halftime. It is on the Alumni Golden Girl Facebook page, the entire presentation. But it was really nice to see people that I hadn't seen in a while, and really throwback to the point when I was 17 and joined the Golden Girls. So I fly home Monday. Yes. Monday was Labor Day. So I get here and, meanwhile, I had called my husband from Pittsburgh and told him that I fell and I might have hurt myself a little bit, but I'm going to march. Don't worry. Like he was worried. So I get home on Monday and I'm like, I know I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Should I go and tell her about this wrist? There were some other things I wanted to discuss. She's like, oh, yes, you must go immediately to the, what do they call it? A walk-in orthopedic clinic that they have here in Orlando. So for the next 2 weeks, I'll be wearing my buddy strap and my little, I don't know what you call this thing. But anyway, I'm wearing this comfortable wrist support device. Comfortable being the operative word. And when people were telling me that I was really focused and I was really intense, I mean, I've lived my whole life that way, seriously. But this is one really funny instance where my focus kind of, it broke up the seriousness of me practicing so hard because I couldn't do anything but just laugh at myself. So anyway, that's the story of how I broke my pinky. It's actually this bone right here that's broken. And it happened because I was so intently focused. And it's just a reminder to lighten up. All right. Thanks so much. I'll see you live again on Monday. I'm taking the weekend off. Tomorrow is the shamanic group energy healing at 729 Community Center, 729 Thornton Avenue here in Orlando. Love to see you there. Until then, have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Bye now.